Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Radiant Tail, finishing Brady's route. Well, at least getting the normal end. I realized that he does not have, some of the other ones have 2 saves, and it's just to get the alternate CG. We must be getting the alternate CG for that extra one in this, because he only had 1 save file. So hopefully we do, otherwise whatever, I don't know. I'll have to maybe go back to that scene or something to get the alternate version. It's fine, whatever. We'll see what happens, but there's only 1, so this will be an even shorter part than we normally do with normal ends, I guess. So, anyway, I loaded this up and we're going to stay silent. And then, I couldn't bring myself to reply. I want him to stay, but I have no reason to hold him back. Relita had a point. I didn't need anyone to look after me, and my parents had awoken. I couldn't tell him I wanted him to stay with me, substitute or otherwise. Alright. Where we're gonna ruin everything. But I'm gonna assume the normal end is just gonna be, we're gonna take, like, normal. We take the long way around our feelings, and it's like, we'll eventually get there. And I'm curious if this one's going to do he hasn't quite gotten back to being full original Rady, you know what I mean? Like, we haven't quite, I don't want to say broken the curse, but like finished Celius's research and turned him into a real boy. You know, if he's still going to be kind of like the original puppet version of himself, like not the original version we know, but the original version, you know? So I guess in all technicality, like in the last part I was like, I want original Rady back. Lost you. I'm sad. I lost you. No, you haven't. I'm right here. No, you're different. Relita wouldn't have ignored a crying child, and he's so much more expressive and... You're not really... Don't say that, Spacey! Oh, we're hurting poor little puppet version. His expression hardly changed, even though I was lashing out at him. Okay, same thing. Okay. It's like, because, in the last part I was like, I want original Rady back. Technically, this version is original Rady, because original Rady was basically a puppet and knew nothing, and then we got our personality. I meant the original one we know, obviously. We want version 2.0, which is the one we knew, not version 1.0, and now we're back to version 1.0. But I'm wondering if it's going to stay like version 1 here. You know what I mean? Where he's like learning and remembering things, but he hasn't fully accepted his feelings and remembered that he loves me type of a thing, where Celius is like, poof! Now you're a real boy! You know? Because that would kind of make sense as to it's going to take a little bit longer before that happens, you know? Avert my eyes. Okay, this is the CG, I think. Okay, so this is the other version of the CG, probably us looking away. So there you go, we got it. We didn't need a separate save for it. I couldn't bear to lock eyes with him anymore, so I awkwardly looked away. His vacant face reminded me that the Relita I knew was gone. I hated that. I'm really curious as to... Because it feels bad with us being kind of like, oh, I feel like... It feels like we're heading toward a bad end, I don't know. Ugh. Maybe we should stop. That's how he feels. Bringing him back may not be the right choice. Maybe we should stop. Once those words fell from my lips, silence reigned. Eventually, the one to break it was Relita himself. I'll do whatever you want. Remembering him and how much we love... Oh, this is... And then he's remembering things and everything. Okay. And they're bitch slapping him. Yeah. Yeah! Zephora's angry face, like, how dare you? Listen! When Zephora's being a cold, snarky bitch to other people because they're not in love with me like I'm in love with them, I like it! Bravo! I like him wingman in our man harem. He's like, listen! She wants you in the man harem, and I don't understand why, but whatever, you're gonna shape up and ship in, damn it! Somebody has to keep Leon in check. I'll make you another one. won't burn this one, okay? I was thrilled to see him smiling, although I couldn't put that happiness into words. Instead, I channeled it into the pancake. That moment... Oh! My feelings made a chloris bloom. The flower floated down into Relita's hand. Relita quietly stared at the flower in his palm. Okay, yeah, there's... And then we go to... Okay. So now let's see where this... Oh, here we go. Okay, it's already splitting. Wait, is it? Yeah. So what was the last part after? Oopsie, I always do the wrong thing. Oh, interesting. Because this was like, he's like, how do I feel about her? What do I do? And we did our show and everything. So we just cut to, we're not even doing the show now. Shit. After that, our last show in our theater ended on a high note and the flora bloomed beautifully. But he doesn't remember. Ooh. Long story short, Relata didn't change even after we gave him the last flora. Oh. He never returned to his old self. Despite that, I'd gotten used to the new Relita. Oh. This feels like a bad ending. I know it's going to be okay because it's going to be like, but like, he never came back to his old self. A few months had passed since our final show. Yeah, I mean, it's only been a few months, but the way they phrase that is like, don't, like he didn't come back. Don't say he never, because that sounds like, just FYI, never. Not like he hasn't yet. You know? Like if someone says that's never going to happen, you know it doesn't matter from now, tomorrow, 5,000 years from now, never. If, well, it hasn't happened yet, it means up to this point it hasn't, but who knows what the future holds. I just don't like the wording of that. I know it's standard wording and it doesn't mean anything, but like it makes me sad. I don't know. Anyway, a few months have passed since our final show. After Circus disbanded, we went about our lives in different places. Filio said he's arrived in a new village. He sent us some ingredients along with his letter. Vishalia also shipped us some veggies from his hometown. Ain't that nice? I heard the vegetables there are real nutritious and tasty, even when they're raw. Filio had gone on a solo journey because he wanted to see more places beyond the big cities. Meanwhile, Pashalia returned to his village. He didn't say why, but I figured it had to do with his frailty. Both of them wrote us letters from time to time, telling us all about how they were doing. Oh right, Ginia told me Zephora's Sentinel inauguration might be coming up soon. I think we could go see him when he comes to Arthir for the ceremony. He's been working hard. You can tell by how lively Kultura's becoming again. I want to visit once things settle down here. Why, I'd be happy to show you around. It's a date. We're like, excuse me, sir? I doubt we can call it a date since Relita will be with us. Plus, we can just have Zephora give us a tour. I like it, she's like, no. But she didn't say that. She's like, I doubt it'd be a date because, like, girl. Ever the Ice Queen, but I'm loving it. Leon really does get us. I said it in the last part. Yeah. Where's Ginia and Aleste, by the way? I don't see them anywhere. They said they have some big projects in the works, so they can't swing by for a while. Ion's with them, too. Gotcha. Man, it's so quiet here without those guys around. It is a little weird. River's always been bustling. Following our trip, Ginia and Aleste often came to Liber to eat. They'd become a hot topic among commoners given how rare it was to see nobles dining in places like this. I really, in my brain, was like, they become a hot topic among commoners because they're secretly in love and they're dating now. I'm okay with it. Listen. They're still coming to my man harem, both of them. But if they're a little bi for each, I'm fine with that. That's fine. Whatever. They can date on the side. But like, I seriously, my brain was like, they become a hot topic among commoners. And I'm like, are they dating now? And like, I half expected the game to just go there. And I wouldn't have even been shocked. It would have been like, makes sense. The novelty wore off pretty quickly, though. Those two blended in with the other regulars in no time. Ion also stopped by now and again, albeit not as often as Ginia and Aleste. I heard he joined the security forces. How's the prince doing? Hero's been asking about that fella. His body's gradually catching up with his age. Shouldn't be too long before he ascends the throne. Nice! I gotta tell Firo to come to our Theer when that time comes. How's Firo? Is he doing alright? He's doing more than alright. The little guy's determined to catch up to Calivis. He drinks so much milk every day it gives him a stomach ache. Aww. Sorry. That's cute. Tell him to go easier on the dairy. He also said he wants to see Relita. Leon turned to Relita, who had been listening to our chat in silence. Aw. Oh. I'm glad to know everyone's doing well. Agreed. The cold Relita was nowhere to be found, but neither was the old Relita. Despite having emotions, he still felt detached from his memories. He didn't know why he couldn't go back to his old self. Even after he retraced his memories for the second time and tried everything we could think of, his old self never returned, because he hasn't admitted his feelings. It's no use getting down about it. I also cherish this new Relita as a dear family member. Hope we can be as close as before. No, because before he was in love with you, and now he can't admit that he is, and that's why he's going to stay a puppet. Everyone's been making progress lately, huh? We can't let him get ahead, Spacey. Let's take our relationship to the next level. I don't believe we've even hit the first level, thank you. And then we should kick things off right here and now. How about we start by holding hands and staring into each other's eyes? I just love him. I fixed him with a glare as he offered me his hand. Aw, Luca's blushing. You're delusional. I fear for you. Wait, hold on. Owie! You're 1,000 years too early, whelp. I won't live that long, you know. I'm not some great spirit's creation like you. Leon's customer service banter didn't make my heart pound in the slightest. It was enough to put Relita in a bad mood, though. He glared daggers at Leon. This new Relita doesn't see me as a mere family member. He considered the 10 years we spent together to be someone else's memories. The feeling driving him up a wall right now was obvious. He's jealous of Leon. Jealousy sprouted from love, which meant he... What are you smiling about? Oh, nothing. Those rosy red cheeks and the way you're getting all flustered. Oh, I get it. You finally succumbed to my irresistible Oh, push your luck. Relita, you actually hit me for real, didn't you? My head's swelling up. Only time would tell. But I'm sure we could be family again. Our relationship might change one day, but people were always changing too. Even though we couldn't go back to the way we were before, laughing together was more than enough for me. As I gazed at my new family member, I tried to imagine what sort of future awaited us. He's eventually going to regain his memory. This is kind of what I expected, but I do kind of like where they're like, she's like, he's jealous because he does have feelings for me, but he can't quite admit it, and once he does admit it, then he'll become his real self again. So it's just the long way around. This is the shortest motherfucking part ever. Seriously. Like, literally the shortest part. It's not even 15 minutes, guys. Well, that's just the way it goes. But we did get our other version of this, which was this. So this CG is our other version. But we can't end on this one because it's kind of sad. But it's kind of like, where do we end? You know? We already ended on my favorite, that one. That one's adorable. This one's beautiful. There's so many, he has so many good ones, it's really hard. I'm not gonna, the temptation is like, strong to land on this one. But we can't do that. But see, the only thing about this is he's blushing, but there you go. I mean, that face is kind of adorable. And it's the closest to the kiss that we're going to get out of him. But yeah. So I did enjoy Rady's route. That one did feel a little bittersweet. He never returned to his usual self. It's like, not yet. Not yet. But just when they phrase it like that, it hurts my heart a little. But I have faith that he will return to his normal Rady self, eventually. It's just, we're going to take the long way around. That's fine. Just how all the normal routes go. But, yeah. So, like I mentioned in the last part, again, I'll say it now because this is when it's really pertinent. Because I, again, haven't processed all the videos. I don't really know what number we're on and if this ended before I expected it to. I feel like it did. It felt shorter, but I don't know if that's just because I've been on the ball being able to record. But I'm not sure what is happening over Christmas and New Year's and all of that stuff, so I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to record again after the holidays. I do have time before. I probably have technically like almost a week, but I don't know if that's going to be enough with everything else I got to get done before holidays and whatnot, and everything always goes wrong. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to do Vilio's route because I believe Vilio's route has its own common route. So it's not like these were like, oh, okay, it's a couple, like, oh yeah, I could budget and bust my ass and get it done. It's got its own common route, so I have a feeling it's going to be longer than the other routes, and I don't want to start it, not be able to finish it, and then have like a week that I can't record and come back in the middle of a route and not know what's going on. So, I'm going to just not record. It'll probably be like standard for these games when we do this part by part or like route by route. It's like, it has been a day for you and it's been like 3 weeks for me. This time it's literally going to actually be 3 weeks, and not because I'm recording another game. I'm going to come back and record Vilio's route right after I come back from vacation and stuff like that, because this one is more behind than our other game. So that one's going to be even worse. It's like, I finished the one route in that game. I did this. Then there's going to be Christmas break. Then I'm going to record. It's going to be like, it's been like a month or two. What the hell? But yeah. And so this one, unfortunately, I think Rady's route ends like the second week of January. So like, I'm going to be like a couple days ahead. I don't know. So depending on what happens, there might be a gap. I would say probably not. You know what I mean? Because I will still have some time before it goes up to be able to get a few parts at least recorded so that we're on track. But in the instance that there is a gap, it will be after this part. So you just won't see the start of Vilio's route because I don't want to leave a gap in the middle of a route. You'll get it between them. So, that's that. I managed to drag this out a little bit longer than 15 minutes because of that, but yeah. That is it. It is... Look, we can zoom in. I do that because it's going to go gray in the middle, and I don't want it to go gray while we're just watching the end credit. You know what I mean? Well, giving you the few minutes to look at the CG, but... Anyway, it's before Christmas for me. It's after Christmas for you at this point, but I guess past me is saying I hope you have a nice holiday. So I guess currently I'm hoping you had a good holiday season, whatever holiday you celebrate, and you had a nice New Year's. And I will see you guys next time. For you, that might be a couple days, and for me, that's going to be next fucking year. How is the future? Is it nice in 2024? Holy shit, it's 2024, guys. Even it's time. Well, not for me, but for you. Holy shit. Send me a letter in the past and let me know it's cool to come over. Because otherwise I'm going to stay in 2023. Not that this has been great either, but 2024 is awesome, right? It's like the best year ever? Yeah? Sounds good. So I'll see you then. Anyway, remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.